night to digest and think? Any more thoughts about the end of the season last night and this morning?
You know what? They were a better team than us in that series, and that's the reason why they're advancing. Like I mentioned, they beat us 2-1, 2-1, 6-4, and that was an empty netter. So those 3 games were close. I thought after the second overtime loss, in the 5th period, I thought we needed a day or two to digest that game, but we didn't have that luxury. The schedule was like that, and obviously that game killed us. But you know what? It was, for me, it was a very good year. A lot of good things from this year, like a lot of positive individually and collectively. Very proud of those guys. When I look at our captain, Eric Contra, I think he's one of the guys who make all this possible. Like he was out in the lineup early in the year, and he was still contributing to keep this team together, because with the start we had, it's not easy. But he was, even though he was not playing, was still the leader of the team. And once back, he had the opportunity to put his print on that team, even a bigger print. So I think he was huge for us. Overall, I like the progression of our young guys. I like the competitivity of our team in general. But you know what? We lost against a good team. We have to learn, and those that are back next year, they got to have a good summer and be ready to go next year.
Is there anything you think you could have done differently?
Yeah, when you lose 4-0, there's always something you think that maybe this, maybe that, maybe power play, PK, goalie, the lines, the matchup, and all that. You can look at many different things, but I think it's too soon, too early right now. I think we got to take the time to digest, take the time to reflect on the season, and have a meeting with the coaches when we're not emotionally still involved. Like this morning, for me, it's still the routine of the coach. Like, was up at 6:30, was here at 7 o'clock. I just told Julian, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So it's about going away and try to digest all that and learn from it and keep moving forward next year.
What were you doing at 6:37 in the morning this morning in the Memorial?
Well, I come here, and like during a season, you're thinking about a lot of good things. So I put on the board in our coaching room the plan for October, November next year.
Really?
So
at 7 this morning, you're scribbling out the plan for 2018.
Exactly, and
workout schedules and like what kind of plan?
Not workout, but what our plan in terms of teaching, in terms of collectively the coaching, our schedule, and all that. Like when you coach, you're always learning things, and you see your team, and okay, next year, and how about doing this? How about doing that? So I put the plan on the board this morning. The coach, they saw it. They're going to have time to think about it. I'm going to digest that. We're going to meet again later this summer to see the new ideas, how we can approach the season next year, how we can make those young guys to go at another level to eventually be good players in the NHL. So you're not coaching and you're thinking only about today. I try to always have a long-term vision. And at Christmas time, I always start thinking about the following year. What's our team's got to do? How can we get better? How can we change certain things and all that. So this morning I had all that on my paper. I put everything on the board.
And it will stay there all summer long.
All
There's not
summer
gonna be
long.
anybody in the office to see it.
And I don't want you to go downstairs this summer.
I was going to erase it. So there's not going to be anybody here for much of the summer, but
It's there.
right there.
It's easy. Take a shot, boom. You have it on your phone, and you have it in front of you all summer long.
What if you just waited till, I don't know, July or August to...
It's fresh. It's fresh for me. Season's over. Yesterday, it's time to think about next year. It's fresh. It's clear. I know exactly what I have in mind. It's on the board. It's going to stay there. I'm going to see it every day. And when we come back, it's going to be clear.
And you had, I mean, this was
Clear for me.
and obviously this year was, kind of a new staff too, with Ken Klee and Carl Guerin coming in.
And-
So how much do you think you guys grew together this year?
And you know what? It's a good point, because last year I was a new guy here. So it was a big adjustment for the coaches and for me to learn to work together. And this year, with David going to St. Louis and Cully going to Utica, it's another big adjustment for two coaches, actually 4 coaches, to work together. Again, we had to put a lot of things together, a lot of discussion and all that. So probably the same staff next year. So hopefully that we going to have a better start. Everybody together, we understand each other better. We know how to work together. So having that done this morning, it's clear. That's the beginning, and we know that. I don't know the schedule in October, but I know basically what's our schedule is going to look like if I base on what we've been going through the last 2 years. So for me, it's easy to know that what we got to go through, the teaching we got to bring to those guys, a new guys going to have a younger team. And so I think it's important that season's over. This is the plan for the beginning of the year, and this is our foundation for the year. So you put the plan, make it happen, then you have a good season.